No, we're fine for favors and stuff like that.
And so, like, his interest peaks. Is like, oh, what favors could you offer me?
Well, I'm...
So, and then, like, one of the
Imagine-
heads, like, the female one, which is in the center, is like, brother, don't be cruel. And so, so he smells like, what? She offered.
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking,
It's
we're
like,
not
no,
biologically
I'm
compatible.
not thinking that. At least I'm not. Like, this is the leftmost head. At least I'm not thinking that. It's like, those two? Maybe.
I don't think we're biologically compatible.
It's like, and so, like, the center head is like, since when has that ever stopped us? But that's not the favor we're asking, rest assured.
While this is all happening, I said I turned into an eagle and
Yeah.
looked over the area. Shall
Yeah,
I do a perception check now?
yeah.
See if there's anything beyond this.
Well, besides the giant wall, I mean,
I
besides the
have
two
adva-
walls that are blocking off the bridge in the Merfolk village, which is, you don't even know how big it is.
Do I notice anything else? If
I
I
haven't
roll-
actually rolled perception. I don't see
do
it.
I have it? Do I have advantage because I'm an eagle?
No. Because remember, this is also a very watery area and very storm-crossed, so... but you see enough. Yet, you can tell that this is a very reasonably sized town. Like, this is supposedly, like, where the giant bone structure is, where the Hydra is, there's at least another, like, there's another length past that, about the same distance you'd had to travel to the center of the town. So this is a fairly reasonably sized area. How anybody hasn't come to destroy this place yet is unknown.
Quantity.
Okay, so not even quantity. I mean, the cities could have sent their legions out here, but again, it's the dead span. Why would you? What glory is there to have in taking on a city in the middle of a bridge in the middle of nowhere?
Attack of the bridge people.
Yeah, so it's like we've heard your rebellion is underway. Is that not true?
Well, it's not my rebellion. Like, some of the
It's
people
like
out there
then
are
what
involved
part?
in it.
So like, and then it's the head leads down. It's like then what part do you play in it, if none?
I help out sometimes, but I wouldn't actually, relate myself to it.
And so it says, so your loyalty is not fixed. You fight for whatever you feel is fit.
I guess that seems to coincide with,
So
screwing over the cities as much as I can.
okay, so it's like it is not in our interest to fight the cities. It's like
Well,
because
I
they
wasn't
pose
asking
no
you.
threat to us. Without water, they will be extinguished. They have no reason to fight us.
Okay.
Okay, so, and so like he, like one of the head sighs. It's like, brother, you need to tell him that you need to tell her. That's like, yes, I'm getting there. Stop rushing me. And so it's like, the other reason we own this span is because we could simply block off the river. Although Swift Lake will eventually pour over it, we can block off the waters for a time. Of course, I don't need to tell you the amount of devastation it'll have on other parts of the land.
Yeah, that might end up, flooding the, everything.
It's like, yes, we have considered it, but it is the only threat we can have for the cities. It's like, in a way, we've thought about it. But such would be mutual destruction. Not only would we destroy the cities, we might destroy ourselves in the process.
Yeah. Dams are how swamps are made.
And swamps means more horrible creatures, so that was not an option for us.
Okay.
It's like, you are not part of the rebellion fully, so you cannot offer us favors of the rebellion, which means you have nothing that we want.
Well, I can get someone in here who is part of the rebellion if you want.
It's like, please do so. And then, like, he kind of just turns around, or, I don't know, it doesn't have a gender, it has multiple genders.
Hey, how far is the town from here?
Which town?
The one we came from.
What, that's back a couple miles. That's a good 2 days travel.
How many miles?
Like a good
60.
60?
That's what you said they had to travel to get here. So
Oh, they had 60 miles to travel here, but then they had to travel halfway across Deadspan, which is 9 miles. So,
to travel
69,
here to
funny.
this. No, to this place itself. The part of the bridge where they are right now, they had to travel 60.
Okay, so to get to there, they had to go 60 miles. So it's another 60 miles back, which is a good 2.5 days, maybe.
Well.
I guess Heartflame would probably be the person who's most involved with the rebellion
not at all.
here.
Not at all.
Huh?
Said nope, not at all. She's out for a quest for vengeance. She doesn't care about the rebellion.
Spicoli's a bird, so I can't see him, so Niltaor.
I actually landed. I took my time.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're
you
not
took your
you.
time.
You're not part of the rebellion officially.
Mm.
So Niltaor,
So
they
Niltaor?
might recognize Niltaor as someone who could do. So you're up. You get to negotiate with the Hydra. So first of all, do you realize that there's a Hydra in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically walk out and say there's a Hydra in there.
What?
Yeah, so
A
and
friendly
like
Hydra.
the one you point out is Niltaor. You're the one that has to try and convince the Hydra you're part of the rebellion and that you can offer favors to it in exchange for this pearl that you need for a spell to identify an object that you got from one of the Legionnaires from the last fight you had. So that's what that's the situation right now. Do you agree with that? Do you want to try and negotiate with the Hydra?
I don't think I'm that diplomatic, actually.
Okay, so do you have another choice? Not really. It's either you or there is no one else. Because the mage is not affiliated, and Kreen just arrived. So you're the only one who has some affiliation.
I just yelled, Niltaor, get in there.
Yeah, so do you
My
obey?
best.
So you're gonna try it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Niltaor, which is like so both heads kind of tilt. It's like, you are of the rebellion. You do not look like a soldier or a
No,
wizard.
but I'm the fan part.
Okay, so
Kind of weird.
interesting. And so like the heads are looking you over, and they see the instruments. It's like, you are a bard. You are of music.
Yeah, one of the few in the world.
It's like, yes, many have been lost. You know, it's like, so you might have favors that we may want.
Okay.
It's like,
Well, there's.
so you see one of the heads start to turn around, and it reaches down behind it, and it picks something up with its mouth. And then it kind of lowers its head to you, and it opens the mouth, and you see in the mouth that it has the pearl you want. Although it's covered in spit, because it doesn't have hands, and its hands are too big, it would crush the pearl if it tried to use its hands. So do you grab the pearl? He's telling you to grab the pearl, or at least they're nodding to grab the pearl out of his mouth.
He's just
Grab the
going,
pearl and
"Out
you-
of that, out of
Can
that."
Yeah.
Grab the pearl and use prestidigitation directly on it.
It's like, yes, that is for the best. He's not, so like he's looking at it, it's like he drools a lot. It's like, hey, I only drool every so often.
Yeah, one does.
Okay, so
So,
it's like, but the
want a
exchange
favor?
is, we must know that the rebellion has our back. If we need aid, you will be sending soldiers to us. So do you agree with our terms? Gotta remember,
Yes,
this
well,
could be good or bad.
we will send as many as we can, because while we don't have that many, but we need a few soldiers to defend ourselves as well.
So
We'll
it's like,
send
that
as
is
many as
acceptable.
we can.
It's like, then let you know that the people of the Deadspan Bridge are at your side. I will let my
We will.
people know personally. And so like he's he's walking towards you, and then he walks over you, and he kind of nudges the building open. And now this massive dragon-like creature is like walking out.
Hi.
And so, like he nods, like a couple of the heads nod, but he's walking over you.
Big is his
So
perm.
it's like so Mage just turns around and he looks at Niltaor and it's like, I take it negotiations went well.
Yeah,
Or
I
he's gonna eat us
wasn't
all.
killed, so... I wasn't killed, and I will get the perm, so yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't killed and he got the pearl, so it went well. Of course, now you know. So, and he starts clicking in merfolk talk, and you see that a couple of the merfolk are now coming forth. Like, it seems like the town is starting to come forth to listen. Yeah. And whatever merfolk talk, the weird clicking and screeching and whatever else.
I feel like the other side of town is being forgotten a little bit, but you know,
What, the one on the right?
yeah.
Not so much. It's as you hear it, like it's the initial crowd, and then you see from the right side of town, merfolk are actually coming. Like there's at least double the numbers that you saw. So, a stream of merfolk are coming from the other side of town to come watch their leader. So, and there's a few of them, and some of them are surrounding you as well. Like, and this time, unlike before, they don't have spears out. So, is Rang's trying to translate. Rang is his assessment is not good or healthy to you. It's like he is telling us that his part is not to wage war, but to defend his people, and that he will not send aid to us. We must send aid to him, though. This seems like an unfair trade.
Well, we get a pearl that we can use to identify stuff.
It's like, yes, but the cost seems too great.
To the rebellion, but
Yeah, so, it's like, very shrewd, but true.
How are they even going to contact us?
Probably messenger. They'd have to send a merfolk, or at least somebody they could hire to go that far in. Again, all the details haven't been hammered out.
they'll send Aquaman.
Yeah, and Niltaor hasn't exactly. So Rang is thinking also tactically. It's like on the plus side, this does give us a straight shot into the cities, using the aquatic vehicles of the merfolk. We could potentially get into the city undetected.
Planting sappers and such, weakening their walls.
It's like, but we must be. So it's like Rang is. I am concerned about the discreetness of such a plan. If they find out that it's coming from here, they will likely come to this bridge.
I guess.
We must strike quickly.
So once we're prepared, once they're prepared with all their proper legions.
Like you hear you guys have to roll Constitution.
Okay.
Shit's about to happen. So let's see what it is. Oh, you guys are. I think you're all going to be boned. So.
Damn it! I was so close.
Nope. Close, not quite.
I fly through a wall.
Should I get like a little something?
Nope. Because I
Damn
don't
it.
do a little something. I've never done a little something. It's either you win or you don't. The only little something you're getting is that you're not as deafened by basically the Hydra roars because he's done with his speech, and the merfolk are the only ones not affected by it, but you guys are affected by it. So
I'm just a tiny
degrees of
bit.
it, like you're kind of, it hurts your ears, but you're still standing. The rest, everyone is kind of driven downwards, like, it's really loud.
I'm just standing there as if nothing happened, but I can't hear anything anymore.
Yeah, so and you see around you, even though if you can't hear anything, you see around you the merfolk are cheering, like they have their spears up and they're screeching in unison. Whatever sound they make.
Whoa.
Just, whatever it is.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Fucking World of Warcraft.
For Zoidberg.
And so he turns around and it's like, oh,
Why
my
not
apologies.
Zoidberg?
I did not mean to deafen you. Can you even hear what he said?
Ow, my ears.
Yeah, so
I'm fine. I can hear.
Faye can
No one
say
else.
cannot hear anything still. So
I
even
like
through
seeing his mouth moving and then I
even
say,
through
"What?"
deafness, Rang is still clear talking to you. It's like it appears you have been deafened. Such decibels are prone to blow out eardrums. I'm surprised your eardrums are intact.
I'm good.
Oh, well. Fuck.
It's like your hearing will return.
It'll only take you like 5 years.
Yes. No, Rang is not that cruel. Well, if he is going to tell you that, he's
Or
going to be
one
calmer
lesser
about it.
restoration spell.
So you don't need magic for this. Your hearing will turn in a few minutes. It's just really loud. Okay, so
And for Niltaor, an hour.
so it's like you have our village to stay in, as long as you need. So let's just say you've given my people a hope they haven't felt in a while.
Should I ask how they...
So like his head's leaned down though, and it's like but I know the truth. You are not heroes. You have your own purposes, but I must keep the illusion up. Alright, so that is the end of negotiations. You have the pearl, but in exchange you must send soldiers if the merfolk are ever in trouble, if they can get people to tell you.
I don't think they'll need help with this quantity.
Against a legion of city
that's
soldiers,
true.
maybe they might,
Here's
because
the
these
thing.
are not that strong
Here's
as
the thing.
soldiers.
Here's the thing, is that
Act of divorce.
I doubt they're going to need help early on, like
Yeah.
right now. Later down the line,
Yeah,
they might
later
need
down
help.
the line
But
they
by
might.
then-
Once they establish
by
their
then,
threat, they'll
yeah.
they'll send larger legions against them.
Yeah, but see the thing. But by that time, fully will have built up armies and more powerful soldiers
So
and
we
forces
hope.
to fight with.
This is a battle of
But we'll be
speed.
able to
Which
set-
side
we'll
is
be
going
able
to
to
get
spare.
the army built up, or which side's going to learn first? It's us against them. They have the challenge of if they discover us soon enough, they have the numbers to destroy us. Our challenge is building up an army before that happens.
Well, if the merfolk get attacked, that means we can lower the number of legion.
That's if they can kill any. At the current the merfolk are not soldiers.
If we help them.
Yeah, but even if you help them, it's still like it's about the same as civilian militia. They're not that strong. Nor do they have the training to really hurt a legionnaire. Like you saw what the militia could do, and we trained them. These people do not have training. Their
civilian
main
militia
advantage is
handle
that they
themselves
can
pretty
be
well.
underwater indefinitely. That's their main advantage. But seeing the river is like, yeah, maybe that's not such a good thing. Okay, so anyway, we're back in town. We're back at the Paladin. The Paladin had to leave because, like he said, if he can't draw too much attention, if he stayed too long, more would come, and then negotiate, and then things would break down. So now, what are you gonna do?
Meet again, brother.
So,
Again.
okay, well,
Anyway, besides that, I'm gonna go back to the bar. I'll check with Brelog, ask him some
okay,
questions.
so it's like you didn't recognize him, did you?
Not completely. No.
Okay, so he told me his story. Would you like to know?
I'd prefer if he told me himself.
It's like, well, too bad, because I'm going to tell you anyway. So it's like,
Alright.
after all, you need to know who it is that you have been anointed by. So, it's like, he's been, let's just say one of your librarians has survived, and he's been keeping records. We've read your records. You were inducted how long ago? So it's like he's looking at the notes.
8
You've
years
been
ago.
inducting 9 years ago. Because remember, you're like 23. And you were inducted at 14.
Oh, yeah.
So, 9 years ago. Back then, he was simply a paladin, a base rank. Now look at him. Not only is he a crusader, he's apparently earmarked to become the next Grand Master. They definitely need it.
Indeed.
It's like, strange, isn't it? He definitely looked different back then from the record. So, like, he shows you a photo and you see... You recognize the photo. Because now it's a time back then. When he wasn't scarred as he was now. That is also a history check.
Done.
Nope, so... Your memory is still clouded. Your memory is cloaked in shadow.
Been a long time.
Yep, it's been a long time since you've seen anyone of the Order. So, and he did play, say, he's got another photo, it's like, what about this? And you see that you're in this photo, at least what you were, like you were basically a boy when you were inducted. And you kind of see the trainees that you were with, because most paladins are trained in a group, and you were trained in a group of 6 with the one sergeant, or with the one paladin who was the main paladin, and that paladin just happened to be the man you just met. It's like, it's pretty much, do you recognize him now? And now it's the pieces are starting to fall together, but it seems like this is surreal. This can't be true.
Oh, he was a goner. I thought he was a goner.
It's like, no, he was
Like
one of the
most
ones
of the
that
church.
survived. Oh, of course, seeing his scars and his missing eyes, I don't know if you can qualify that as surviving. He did not come out of that unscathed. But he is alive.
That's
So, and he
the
flips it over and he shows you, like, he puts some checks and X's on the back. It's like, of the 7 in this photo, only you and him are alive. Your other fellow trainees, we don't know. We only can assume that they're dead, because they're not among the 20.
I see.
That's, so, like, he kind of leans back, and is like, I'm sorry you had to learn this way. I wish it would have been under better circumstances. I wish I could have told you earlier, but we had to be sure. We had to be sure that you said you were who we said you were.
Well, now you know.
Yes.
And now I'm not.
Now you
Oh,
know,
no
and now
longer a
you
boy.
know as well. So, he just dropped a bomb on you, now what? Who just bombed? You just bombed.
I did?
I
Yeah,
was
you lost
clicked.
connection.
I
Oh wait, no
misclicked.
you didn't.
I did. I refreshed my page
Okay.
without
That
intending
was
to do
weird.
that.
Okay, whatever.
Anyhow. Down to business.
It's
Do
like,
you know of any nearby
nearby
Do
dungeon?
you have any tasks? Not dungeons, I meant, do you have any tasks for me?
It's like, it's, you keep asking the same question and I keep giving you the same answer. I think it's more, the work that I have is not because there's no work, it's that this work is very specialized. Much of what I need is operatives, espionage, ones that can stay low. And a paladin is not that. Neither is a berserker, or any of the other ones. You don't have, there's not many spies among you.
And give us a job that requires strength.
It's like, and that's just it. There's not many jobs that require just strength.
Then I guess I'll make my own.
Okay,
Do you have any
it's like,
Do you know of any nearby dungeon?
Okay, so not so much dungeons. So like he's looking through his recon reports, and it's like, well, there is one thing that keeps coming up. There's been some problems there in the Hollow Hills. That's like, so like he's giving
kind
you a
of?
history lesson. It's like, do you know why they're called that?
Because they're empty.
It's like, correct. Because they've been mined almost to non-existence. They're not as tall as they should be. Much of the mountains were leveled. In their thirst for resources, the city of Goldspire, the city of Glowspire, went and devastated the land. Now what is left? Mineral-rich, or not mineral-rich mountains. Mountains that are pretty much dirt and rock. That doesn't mean there isn't anything there.
What kind
So,
of reports?
are you sure
What do
you want
mean
this
when you
job?
said it?
This will be highly dangerous, and you must be accustomed to moving in dark areas. And seeing as you're human, I don't think that's true. Maybe you should wait until your friends get back.
I can bring Thorin along.
Okay, it's like
The dwarf.
so he
You
looks
can
over
see
to
in the
Thorn
dark.
and it's like, okay, and so like he's beckoning you to come forward. It's like, he mentioned your name, so
I'm
Right,
still
yes.
outside against the wall. I mean,
yeah. So, but he can
I
look
haven't
out a
gone
window.
back inside.
Do you have window sight? Yeah, he can look out a window. So he's looking out a window. He's looking at you. Are you paying attention to it, or does he have to go outside?
Perception.
Okay, so yeah, you notice out of the corner of your eye that Breelog is motioning you to come inside. You still have that drink. You're sipping it very slowly.
I just finished the drink, put
Okay,
it
so you
back
just down
on the
it and
bar,
back inside. Alright, so it's like Marky here wants a job, and apparently he needs someone with sight in the darkness, which would be you.
Well, depends on what the job is.
It's like, well, there's a cave in there that needs flushing out. There's a lot of cave systems there, but one has been causing us in particular problem. So he starts deploying a map. It's like, in the Hollowed Hills, somewhere near the western part. So then he's pointing at the map. It's like, near here is a cave, and we've been getting reports that people have been going missing over here. So we need to find out why they're going missing.
Interesting.
I've sent a
Possible
scout there. He
monsters.
has not returned, which I fear the worst that he is already gone. So I can't send any more men. So I guess it's down to you if you're willing to volunteer.
I'm
Sure.
ready.
So
Gives me some blood to spill.
I'm afraid I can't offer you much. I can't offer you any sort of aid because no one really realistically wants to come along. So
We can handle
roll
our
perception. So both of you roll perception. So
Oh, net.
That's a
so-
first.
yeah, you both.
There we
So you hear like a loud voice. You're not going without me. And so I just kind of like barge past Lancemaster. And it's like, Rafraco, are you sure you want to go this? Don't you have a wife and daughter? And it's like, they want me out of the house. I've been spending too much time with them. At least I know that sounds strange, but they want me away for a bit. I guess they got things to sort out. It's like, and so I kind of lean in. It's like, and to be honest, my body can't handle that woman for very long,
Should have been drinking as much.
Okay.
No need.
It's like I haven't even had
No
time
need
to
for
drink.
details.
I haven't had time to do anything but sleep with a woman, do my job, and sleep regularly. So I'm 50% sleep, 50% working. I think I need to break my routine.
This should do the trick.
That's like, well, judging where we're going, I hope I come back in one piece.
Let's just hope you can handle the fight that's out there.
It's like, you say that like I haven't swung a blade. You saw what I could do.
Yeah, but then again, the challenges have become harder.
It's like, yeah,
And you
I
haven't
wouldn't
fought
doubt
in a
that.
while. And you
I haven't
haven't
been out in the
fought
field in a while.
You carry a blade still?
It's like, of course I carry a blade still. I never left it. It's an heirloom from my time as a monk. I'm not gonna give that up.
Aren't you better with just your bare fists than your blades?
It's like, no.
Time of day.
It's
isn't
like, maybe
actually-
you're better with your bare hands. Me, not so much.
What time of day is it right now?
So, it is approaching the nighttime again. So, likely we need to go in the morning so that we don't end up being attacked on first opportunity they get.
Alright. then we go.
This
rest
one
for
will
tonight,
not be
so
an
make
easy task.
preparations.
This is actually considered a difficult task because of where you need to go and what you need to fight. So you're going to end up traveling south to at least like the edge of the mountains. So from there to there. At least that's how many miles? I can't read it.
60 almost.
It's almost 60 miles.
Yeah.
So you got to travel 60
56.
miles, which is a good 2 days travel, and then 2 days back. Or maybe longer,
got
I
the
think.
rations
If you
for it.
fast march it, you'll be able to get there in 2 days. If you don't fast march it, it'll be a day and a half, 2 days and a half.
We'll probably fast march it.
Okay, so you're going to just
Fast
haul
march
ass
it.
there?
Well, first of all, we're going to buy more rations.
Okay,
Because
so you need at least
amount
4
we have
days,
won't.
4 to 5 days worth of supplies.
I'm probably going to buy like 6.
Okay, 6
so
days worth
I
of
have-
supplies. What about me? It's been a while
I
since
have
I've been
to-
in the
I have
field.
to. How much is
You've
it
got-
for one ration?
5 silver.
Right? Alright, then I'll just minus out 2
Okay,
gold.
so I gotta go. I'm bringing all my supplies so I can actually cook food, which means, wasn't there a bonus for me cooking food in terms of rations? If I cook a meal, it's worth more?
Thorn is just going to take the rations in case.
Yeah, wasn't there, was there any rules involving that? So.
How many water do we need?
No.
There was no rules involving rations?
Don't think so.
Okay.
No. I've got.
So yeah,
I've
and the
got
game
7
doesn't want me
rations,
doing that.
so-
It's like, I can make it so that our rations are more filling, but it's not by much. I mean, like, it's not gonna make the food supply extend. The most it'll do is, the most it'll do is I can give inspiration, which is another thing. Yeah, wait for backup. Fuck
Moments of
that.
solace.
We're going.
Do I have?
Moments.
Just a question: how much would we make our?
How much
water
wood
skin if
could a
we
woodchuck
want to-
chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much? We have enough wood to upgrade the housing. We just need a carpenter.
Water trick, not wood.
Oh,
I
how
could
much
try to
water do we
become a
need? We
carpenter.
need at least. How many liters was that? 4 to 5, like 6 liters is pretty much what it is.
So how much weight would that give a water skin?
6.
I mean, I'm smart.
much
So each
water?
liter weighs a pound. At least that's in our logic. That's how
How
much a thing weighs.
Alright. So
How much for a single?
was that again?
Huh? Say what?
How much was that again?
1
For
silver
one-
per. Actually, no. That's variable price because water is a rare commodity. So that would be a gold. It costs a gold per. That's a lot of money.
Oh well.
I guess water's
That is,
becoming more
can we
precious.
reroll? Can we reroll that?
Reroll chance? Sure, why not? Let's see if we'll... Oops, that's the wrong one. 4. 4 silver. So a little bit less than a ration. Per gallon, so.
How much liters are in a gallon? Ken?
Doesn't matter, it's 1 liter. You just get 6 liters, so you just put 6 in there.
I already had
Like
4
as
in there,
poundage.
so-
It's, wait, hold on, it's, each water skin weighs, it's not gonna... Now that makes no sense. It's the water skin weighs 6 pounds. It's not that you get 6 water skins. So 6 days
That
worth
would
of
be a little
rations,
much.
which well, I bought. So I now have. I'm pretty. Am I excited? No, I'm not. I'm kind of apprehensive. I know that bad things are gonna happen on this adventure. Maybe some of us might not even make it. So
I
you know,
just
stay on
only
your toes.
noticed. You only just noticed.
No, I just
Okay,
that's my
I
natural
bought,
caution. So how much is that? I'm down to 16 gold, and I have spent I pretty much have no silver, and my copper is still. What am I going to use this copper on?
Drinks, maybe.
Cheap drinks. But I don't drink as much anymore. Now that I have something to fight for, along with, just. I guess I'm being molded. Okay, so anyway,
Anyhow.
so we're all got the
Yeah.
preparations.
Yep.
And we're all ready
Yeah,
to go.
we're all ready. I got 7
Ready to
rations.
go.
So our party starts traveling. Okay, so then before we move on, we're gonna move back to the other party. And then we'll move back to us.